So thoracic mobility is your ability to rotate your spine in your golf swing. And without good rotation in your thoracic spine, not many good things can happen in your golf swing, because the golf swing is a rotational movement. Most of us spend a ton of time sitting in a chair, and there's nothing worse for thoracic mobility in golf swing than sitting in a chair. Because when you sit, you tend to have a rounded spine, and when your spine rounds, it kind of closes down a lot of the space that we need to produce rotation. And rotation is kind of an interesting way of describing the movement that the spine does, because the spine, the discs, the vertebrae, they don't rotate on top of each other. They're not built that way. So when you're rotating, one side of your spine is flexing, the other one's extending. I know, what? So if you were to think of your backswing, and this would apply to a right or left-handed player. So when you're turning into your backswing, the trail side of your spine is extending, and the lead side of your spine is flexing. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And when you turn into your downswing, the opposite is true. So it'll be your lead side that's extending and your trail side that's flexing. But it makes it look like we're turning and producing rotation. So if you sit a lot and you spend a lot of time in a flex position, you're going to end up having a little bit more rounding in your back, which is going to fight you when you want to ask it to produce rotation, because it requires extension. So what do we do? Well, most people have a foam roll at their house. It might be a short one, it might be 3 feet long, it could have spiky nubs on it, whatever the heck it is. It can be very useful in restoring some function to our spine, in particular extension. The ability to bend your spine back this way is extension, rounding this way, sitting in a chair, flexion. And if you've seen some of our content, we always like to throw in some thoracic mobility, because most of us need it. And it helps to protect your shoulders, because when you're missing rotation, you're going to compensate with your shoulders to find the movement that you're missing. And when we're missing good rotation in our thoracic spine, sometimes our lower back can make up for it and pay the price, because it's really not built to turn. But anyway, we like thoracic rotation, and you're going to use this and some movement to help you turn better in your golf swing. So you'll start with foam roll on the ground. You're going to position it so it's kind of at the bottom of your rib cage. Butt on the ground, hands behind your head. You're going to pick a spot that's kind of just above your lower back. You're going to stay off your lower back, you're going to stay off your neck. You're going to bend yourself around the foam roll. You're going to go 3 times. You'll move up maybe an inch, 2 inches, and do the same thing again. You go 3 times, bend your spine around the foam roll, exhale, big range of motion, and then you go up another spot. 3 bends, and then 1 more. So 4 stops, 3 bends in each spot, and then you'll bridge up, bring your elbows together, and you're going to roll. You're going to roll up and down, kind of like along your shoulder blades, stay off your neck, stay off your lower back, and when you're done, you're going to use this range of motion that you've been creating. So let's use hug and turn. And I'll throw a link in here. All that hug and turn, it's a great rotational movement. You can take it on the golf course, it works really well. But for our purposes right now, we're just trying to back up some of this mobility and kind of hit save on the document to keep this, available to us when we go play golf. So left foot forward, left fist next to our left foot, arm on your knee, or shoulder touching your knee, and big turn. Your turn, think of turning yourself into a straight line from your fingertips through your shoulders down to your fist. Do like 5 turns on each side, and then go back again. Do some more foam rolling, some extension, some rolling, and then go hug and turn again.